Hi everyone and welcome to this quick yoga floor for stiff bodies. This is for anyone who maybe hasn't practiced yoga before or is very new to the practice, feeling stiff and in need of being more flexible and maybe a bit stronger. So join me on the mat, sit cross-legged, hands can come to the knees or the heart area. Close the eyes and begin to focus on the breath coming into the present moment. Taking a lovely deep inhale, dropping the shoulders, relax the jaw, relax the forehead, let the muscles in the body relax, releasing any tension. We're going to go ahead and take the hands and crawl them off the front of the mat, just in front of you, to where feels comfortable. Maybe you start to feel a little stretch through the top part of the legs or the lower back. Find what feels good for you, and we're simply going to walk the hands from left to right through the middle. This is just starting to stretch out the shoulders and the upper back. To those who haven't practiced yoga before or maybe new to a workout regime, these gentle movements will be really good in preparing the body for the movement that you're taking. The key is not to push yourself too fast, too soon. Go with the flow and find what feels good for you in the moment that you're in. Lovely, come back through center. We're going to turn to sit on the side facing the mat. Stretch the feet out in front of you. There might be a micro bend in the legs. Maybe you're not quite at that flexibility level yet. Bend the knees slightly to where feels good for you. And we're going to reach the hands to the side. So taking the right hand, stretching the left hand overhead, and move through this movement from left to right. Stretching through the side body. Just beginning to use our body in ways that we maybe haven't done for a while or ever before. Continue to move through this flow. Lovely, coming back through center. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling. And we're going to reach slightly forward, hinging from the hips, keeping the back straight. Eventually you may find that you can reach towards the toes, bringing the head to the legs. This is all a work in progress. Don't expect to be the most flexible and the strongest you've been at the end of this video. It's about being consistent and showing up for yourself regularly. Every 10 or 20 seconds, maybe stretching a little bit more, feeling that pull through the legs and through the back. Lovely, reach the hands up towards the ceiling now. And lower to the heart center before moving through at your own pace to find tabletop position. We'll come to our hands and knees. Hands will be directly below the shoulders and the knees directly below the hips. Straighten the spine, tuck the pelvis. We're going to reach the left hand out to the front of the mat, followed by the right hand. And we're just going to move with this movement, alternating between left and right, starting to build strength through the core and the arms. Move at your own pace, being gentle on yourself and your body. Maybe take a moment here to rest, come back to sit on the feet, maybe stretch up towards the ceiling, take a reset, and come back to tabletop. And we're going to take the left hand out to the side now, followed by the right hand out to the right side. Again, moving through these flows at your own pace. We're beginning to use new muscles here. It's about being kind to the body and being patient. Sit back into a kneeling position and again stretch the hands up towards the ceiling. Every time we stretch, focus on building new muscles, moving your body in a way that maybe you don't usually. Move back through tabletop before slowly coming to stand at the top of the mat. We're going to come into a halfway lift, almost like a figure of 7, before dropping down to forward fold. Back up to halfway lift, and slowly roll up through the spine to come to mountain pose, standing at the top of the mat. Take a lovely deep inhale before stepping back with the right foot. The right foot will be at a 45-degree angle and the left leg will be bent. The hips are going to be pointed forward. Tuck the pelvis, engage the core, and lift the hands above the head. This is what we call Warrior One. Pivoting on the back foot to bring it in line with the back of the mat, keeping that left leg bent, and bringing the hands to a T position, we'll come to Warrior Two before stepping up back to the top of the mat. Raise the hands over the head. Inhale, before stepping back with that left foot at that 45-degree angle. Right leg is bent now. Engage the core and raise the hands above the head, finding Warrior One on the opposite side, before pivoting on that back foot to find Warrior Two. Building strength through the legs here. Inhale and step back to the top of the mat. Raise the hands overhead and on an exhale, drop them down in a prayer position to the heart center. Let's step back to the center of the mat. Step the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Holding the hips with the hands, hinging forward from the hips. Begin to find a forward fold. Again, find what feels good for you, and when it feels comfortable too, begin to just let the head and the upper body hang heavy. Let the arms relax. This should feel really good in the upper legs and through the back. And just hang here for a moment. Lovely. Inhale, slowly roll up through the spine. Maybe roll the shoulders at the top. Reach up towards the ceiling. And slowly and gently come to find a seated position on the mat. Before lying down, hug the knees into the chest. before finding a happy baby pose. So we're going to bend the knees and grab a hold of either the ankles or the soles of the feet. And just swing from left to right, opening up through the hips. Inhaling and exhaling. Lovely. Release the feet. And we'll simply just windscreen wiper the legs from left to right with the knees bent, opening up again through the hips, moving the body in ways that maybe you haven't done in a while, awakening and letting the body know that you're in a new era. You're taking care of it now. Bring the knees in together and hug them into the chest. Maybe lift the head if that feels good for you, bringing the nose to the knees. Lovely. Find your way back to a seated position in the center of the mat. Take the hands out wide before allowing them to meet above the head. In a prayer position, drop them down to your heart center. Bow the head with gratitude for this practice and allowing yourself this time. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye everyone.